Hi, it's Robin Sharma. Well, in this segment, I want to bring you into my place up in the mountains. I'm in relaxation mode. I've got my Crocs on. I'm drinking my morning cup of coffee. And, what you just saw was really, I took you through my backstory. I come from very, very humble beginnings. I've been up, I've been down, I've had challenging times. And how did I do those things that I shared with you? Those big dreams that I shared with you? Basically it's a story about beating procrastination so you overcome your fears and you get big things done. And in this segment, I want to take you through 5 specific things that I did in my own life to beat procrastination so I could get the most important goals of my life done as quickly as possible. So it's going to be very practical, very tactical, and hopefully I'll be an instrument of service for you so you can beat procrastination and get your dreams coming true very quickly as well. Let's get right into it. The first thing is a magnificent obsession statement and a dream collage. A magnificent obsession statement and a dream collage. Now here's what I mean by that. When I was first starting out, I read a book that was very pivotal to me. It's called Think and Grow Rich. You want to read this book. It was revolutionary to me. And in there, Napoleon Hill, the author, just to give credit where it's due, talks about this statement that you want to read every morning when you first get up so you can impress your subconscious mind and before you go to sleep every night. And so what you want to do, and I did this in my own life, is on a little card, I've written it as an example, by December 31st of whatever year, I am, those are key words, I am, and it could be the most fit person I know, or I am worth whatever your personal net worth goal is, or I am a #1 best-selling author, or I am the owner of my own business. But you want to write your magnificent obsession on a card, and you want to read it first thing in the morning and first thing at night. Secondly, related to that, and this is still the first thing that I did to beat procrastination, is you want to do a dream collage. I'm going to show you exactly what a dream collage looks like. A dream collage is basically you open up your journal and you get a few free pages, okay? And then you take all the images of your ideal life or your dreams coming true and you glue them into this into your journal, so you get this collage of all these perfect things that you want to have happen. Now, what's the primary principle? It's this: the subconscious mind runs about 95% of your life. Only 5% of your life, or what you're perceiving, is really it's 5% is your conscious mind. Most of what's happening in your life right now is being run by the 95%. That's sort of the invisible world, which is your subconscious mind. And the real key is the subconscious mind operates through pictures. So you want to use that to your advantage. And I've got Architectural Digest. We're going to rip out some pictures here. I'll show you exactly what I mean in a second. We've got the Rob Report. So let's say a lot of people, they like nice cars. I've got a picture of a Fisker here. I'm going to show you, big house. A lot of people want a big house. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do a dream collage so you can get this done really quickly. So you start running pictures through your subconscious mind. And believe it or not, okay, once you start training your subconscious mind to focus on the visual lives that you want, then your performance starts to follow, because your performance is always aligned with your subconscious mind. Again, only 5% is run by your conscious mind. So I want to show you the dream collage in action. I took a travel and leisure, and what I did was I took a picture of the Eiffel Tower. Let's say the Eiffel Tower is one of your places to visit. You've got your journal, and you've actually got your magnificent obsession statement, and you glue it into your journal on one page. And then let's say you're into yachts. So I got this I ripped out another magazine, the Rob Report. So if you're into yachts, let's say, dream big, right? You put your picture of your yacht in here. Then I took another magazine, Architectural Digest. A lot of people love big homes. It's a meaningful goal to a lot of people. And I took out a picture of just a beautiful modern home. You can have a look at it right there, and that goes into your dream collage. And literally, you paste the pictures of your ideal life. Maybe it's your fitness level, maybe it's the car you want to drive. Everything goes into this dream collage. You look at it every morning when you get up. You look at it every evening before you go to sleep. And really, what it's all about is this: ever since we've been little kids, we've picked up all of this messaging from our parents, from our teachers, from our peers, from society, and that literally forms that 95% that we're not conscious of. So the 5% is what we're conscious of, but it's the 95 subconscious part of our brains that is really running the show. And we have all of these fears and all these doubts and all these messages that we've picked up about what we can't do. Don't dream like this. You could never have this kind of car, or you could never run this kind of business, or you can't change the world. And literally, we go through life and we wonder why we can't make our dreams come true, and we blame it on the outer world, and we play victim, but the reality is it's our own selves. We are our own saboteurs in so many ways. And this dream collage with a magnificent obsession, the first way that I beat procrastination, will really help you shatter your chains so you get big things done. The second thing that I did personally to beat procrastination was the 30-day procrastination diet. Brain tattoo that one, the 30-day procrastination diet. All you do is you go into your whatever program you run your schedule from. You've got a whole month, for example, whatever month that you want to run it. Do it right now is really what you want to do. You don't want to procrastinate on this. And every single day for 30 days, you pick one thing each day that you've been resisting. So let's say you start off with, usually you don't make your bed. As simple as that sounds, make your bed on the first day. Second day for procrastination diet, let's say you don't like exercising, you write down day 2, go for a walk around the block. Day 3, you give a speech, or you find a way to do some public speaking if you've been resisting that. Day 4, let's say you've been resisting writing your will, you write down your will. Maybe the 5th day of your 30-day procrastination diet, you forgive someone. For 30 days, you write down a thing each day that you've been putting off, and you do it. Now, here is the key. Research is showing that willpower is actually a muscle, and a lot of it's about the brain research that people are really realizing how to run the brain in an ideal way. And so as you start to do what you've been resisting, you literally start to rewire the way your brain works. And you actually build more willpower so you can destroy procrastination. But the real big idea is this. When you do the thing you've been resisting, you literally take back the power you gave to the thing that you were resisting. And the more you start to do what you've been resisting, you start to become more powerful. You rewire your brain, your willpower starts to grow, you start to unleash more and more energy, you feel more and more confident. So this 30-day procrastination diet is an amazing thing that I did. At the end of these 30 days, I felt so strong, I had so much energy, and almost like I felt there's nothing on my goal list I cannot achieve. Definitely it'll work for you. Well, I'm back at home, and in case you haven't guessed it, the third way that I beat procrastination is through the power of exercise. Now, you may have heard me talk about exercise before, but this is a little different, and I want to show you something. It's sort of an acronym. The third way that I beat procrastination is a second wind workout. 2WW is the acronym. And here's the idea. The latest research is actually revealing that when we exercise, we actually rewire the way our brains work. We create massive resistance against chronic stress. We release endorphins when we exercise. We release norepinephrine. We release dopamine, and we release serotonin. What does that mean to you? It means that when you exercise, not only in the morning, but a second wind workout. So work out for 20 minutes or 30 minutes first thing in the morning, okay? And then what you do is around 4 or 5 o'clock, this is an incredible strategy that really changed the game for me. Around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, you go for another 30-minute workout. And here's the primary principle. It's really this. Exercise is one of the best productivity tools or peak performance tools known to humankind. So if you go for that second wind workout, you release all the endorphins, you start feeling very strong, you jumpstart your metabolic rate, you find you almost get an extra day every day because in the evening you're full of energy, you're full of focus. There was actually a study that was done at University of Toronto. 2 groups of people. One exercised, one group didn't. The group that exercised actually had more focused, better learning powers, and stronger memory than the non-exercisers. So the point is, take a second wind workout every single day, and it'll dramatically improve the way that you destroy procrastination. Okay, the fourth thing that I personally did to beat procrastination and to achieve impossible things, my most meaningful goals, was to create distraction-free environments. Now, I want to share two things with you. I read recently Andre Agassi's fantastic book, Open. And in Open, he talks about the fact that when it comes to his tennis bag, no one touches it. And when he was asked, why can't anyone touch your tennis bag? He said, because when there's disorder in my tennis bag, there's distraction in my mind. Similarly, when there's disorder in your workplace, when there's disorder in your home, when there's disorder in your physical environments, when there's too much distraction, you will not be focused, you will procrastinate, and you will not get big things done. I guess what I'm suggesting to you is in your work environments, whatever those work environments are, if there's distraction, if there's Facebook notifications on, if there's mess, all of those things will allow you or encourage you to procrastinate. You'll check your Facebook feed, you'll check Twitter. If there's papers around, what you'll do is you'll start picking up the papers. What you want to do as much as possible, what I personally did that was really another game changer, was these distraction-free work environments. Even when you read the fantastic Walter Isaacson book, Steve Jobs. In here he talks about Next. That was the company he went to after he was thrown out of Apple. And one of the first things he did when he went to Next, he painted everything white. And they asked him, why is everything white? Why is everything so perfect? Why are there no distractions anywhere? There's nothing on the walls, even the manufacturing facilities, all white. He said, because I want to be able to think really clearly. I don't want to be distracted. I want to get my most important mission done. So the fourth idea that worked for me, I know it'll work for you, is distraction-free environments. Clean out the distractions. Work alone as much as possible. Get rid of the clutter because mess creates stress. It diminishes your focus and it allows you or encourages you to procrastinate. And that brings me to the fifth and the final way that I personally beat procrastination. And it is releasing my self-sabotage. Now, most of us don't even know what we don't know. And I guess what I'm suggesting to you is ever since we've been little kids, the world has pulled a veil of doubt and fear over your eyes. What I mean by that is this. Often our parents, they're doing the best they can do, but our parents, our teachers, our friends, television, and society gives us these messages which tell us things like, you can't be world class, you can't be a genius, you can't have all the money you want, you can't be in perfect health, you can't do impossible things. And this process of picking up these messages creates this subconscious realm I call the saboteur. And the saboteur is really this voice of fear that starts to scream anytime you get up off the couch, leave your comfort zone, and do a goal that's important to you. And so when I started to get to know this, it was really another game changer. I started to realize the number one reason I procrastinated was not because I'm busy or I need to do these things that I was procrastinating on. The number one reason I procrastinated was because I was scared. It was really a defense mechanism because I was doing a goal, or whether it was getting more fit or writing a new book or achieving something impossible, learning to ski or becoming a ski instructor, I literally had to leave who I was yesterday and become someone new. And that literally brings up the voice of fear, the emotion called fear, because we're leaving our safe harbor of the known, we're going out into the unknown, and that's a frightening thing for most people. And so once I got to know that, I'm procrastinating because I'm scared. This is my saboteur. This is not real, and I'm going to do the thing that I'm frightened to do. It really fundamentally changed the game. Which brings me to something I'm incredibly excited to share with you. After years of being asked to do my own productivity program where I share literally my advanced strategies on being a world-class productive person, I finally have created a program. It's called Your Productivity Unleashed. We live in the age of dramatic distraction. The number one reason you're not getting to your ideal life, your ideal performance, getting your biggest goals done, and really achieving the impossible is because of all the distractions. We have never been faced with so much noise, so much complexity, so much distraction. So what I've done is I've put together this game-changing online program. It's called Your Productivity Unleashed, that will help you literally go from being perhaps ordinary in terms of what you're getting done to literally getting the kind of results that I get and the kind of results I help my billionaire coaching clients achieve, which are truly revolutionary. All the information is below. Read the information, sign up for it, register for it, enjoy it, and get the results that this program is going to give you. All the information is below. I know you're going to love it. Good luck. Stay productive.